Good evening, boxing fans around the world. Thank you once again for joining us on another edition of the Friday Night Panel featuring Cedric Ben, Mike Orr, and myself. We've got a couple of guests lined up. We know one's driving along on the road. We don't want to make him talk and drive at the same time, so we've put him in the green room and said, join us in a few minutes when you get home. Good to see you back, Cedric. I know you had a couple of weeks off there, a couple of rough weeks. Hope you're okay.
Yeah. You know, sometimes life is like boxing. You know, take a couple of big blows, but you gotta try to get up and bounce back and keep going. So that's what I'm trying to do.
And thank you for that.
It's nice to see a smile on your face, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we have some big fights this weekend, don't we?
Yes, we definitely do. We definitely do.
Tomorrow night, man.
Well, technically, it's tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow night for us, but it's
2 p.m. No, it's 2 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, that's right. So it will be afternoon for us too. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess so.
Evening for them.
2 o'clock. Yeah, man.
The main event will probably start. I'm assuming it'll probably start about 4:30, 4:35.
We'll see. We'll see. Who knows, man? Hopefully, it's a long one. It'd be nice.
In a previous episode, I picked Joshua to win within 6 by knockout. If he doesn't take advantage of his reach, I think Usyk will take it to the distance, and then they'll leave it in the hands of the judges, and we don't want that to happen. So I'm hoping Joshua wins. I hope he wins within the first 6 rounds.
Honestly, on that card as well, what I'm really looking forward to is the Lawrence Okoli fight.
Oh yeah.
Against Dylan Prsovic. That's going to be good, man. That's WBO World Cruiserweight title is on the line there.
That's the co-main event.
Yeah, and then also before that we have Campbell Hatton, and that's for what is this lightweight contest against Dura. Should be another good fight, and then we got the Callum Smith and Lennon Costello. For that's the light heavy. Yeah, what a great card that they've stacked up here, man. It's full of some exciting fighters. There's going to be.
Quick question: is there? I was watching some of the press conference. There was one guy that was talking a lot of trash. Florian Marcoux, I believe his name is a former. I'm not sure if he was a former kickboxer or something like that, but. He was talking a lot of trash at the press conference.
Yeah. He's that's for that's 10 3-minute rounds. IBF International welterweight title is on the line, and it's Maxim Prodan versus Florian Marcoux, and it's Milan, Italy versus London, England.
Nice.
Right, so it's geared up. It's geared up to be a really good one. The undercards too, man. It's all nice. It's all nice. The whole fight card is awesome. I can't wait to watch this one.
Sure.
So now we have joining us on the panel, as promised, welterweight champion Carlos Palomino. Oh, now a famous TV actor and movie star, I might add. Eh?
Hello, thank you for joining.
I don't know about that, but
thank you for joining, champ. Thank you for joining us, champ.
Glad to be here with you guys.
So we were just recapping some of the fights. Do you still follow the fights at all?
Oh yeah. I'm a big fan. I watch as much as I can. Press conferences. I watch everything.
I bet you still have a list of the top 5 people you'd fight today, right?
I haven't. I know that there's a big fight coming up tomorrow, Joshua, but I haven't seen the opponent, so I'm not really sure.
He's the reigning champ of the cruiserweights, right? He was cruiser before, champion, and he stepped up to go heavy. Now he's fighting Joshua.
Yeah. I've seen Joshua, but I haven't seen the opponent, so I don't know. I really don't have an opinion because I haven't seen him fight.
So our friend Eddie asked you to join us on the show. He seemed to have a great time with us last time he was on. He said you had some great stories to share, not only about your career, but also about boxers in general and what they do with their lives after their careers as a boxer is over. You seem to have done quite well, I might add.
Well, yeah. I mean, I had a plan right from the beginning. I went to school. I went to college while I was pursuing my boxing career at the same time, and I got a degree, but I
Mike, can you hear me?
Yeah.
took an acting class just
All
as
right.
just to check it out, and I really liked it, but I didn't. This is 1977, and uh, I really didn't know. I mean, I just took it as an elective class. Then in '78, I got a chance to do the show Taxi, and I just thought, okay, I want to do this. I'm going to try this. I went back, I talked to all the actors on the set, Tony Danza, Danny DeVito, and I asked them, how do I do this? And they told me, you gotta get yourself an agent. You gotta get into some acting classes because it's going to be difficult. The hardest part of the acting business is getting jobs because you have to go on auditions and you basically have to perform in a room in front, 10, 15 people sometimes. I had my last fight against Duran in '79. I decided, okay, this is the time now to start my new career, and I went full fledged into my acting career. I went into classes. I hired a private acting coach classes, and I still study now and then in class just to stay sharp.
So, sorry, Mike. When you were on Taxi, did you appear as a boxer? Because didn't Tony Danza, wasn't he also a former boxer?
Yeah, I played myself basically. When they called me, asked me if I would do the. I told them I'm not an actor. I was world champion at the time, 1978, and they said, "You're going to play yourself. You're going to play." So.
Oh,
We've lost audio.
We've lost audio.
The scene, and that just as a career, and I've done.
Oh, we lost him. I was also going to say he was also in an episode of Star Trek Voyager.
What, as a boxer?
It was called The Fight.
Really?
Yeah. It was March 24th, 1999 is when it aired.
Oh, you're just reading off Google or something.
I looked at his acting career, right? I wanted to see what it was like, so I checked it out. But yeah, that's hilarious. And then he appears as himself.
We were just talking about. Yeah, we were just talking about your Star Trek career.
Yeah.
The episode The Fight.
What's that?
You were on. You appeared on Star Trek. Did you not for an episode?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
How was that? How was that experience?
Yeah, I've done quite a bit. I still feel like my goal was to one day maybe get on a TV series that would run for 15 years, and then I would never have to work again. But that happened. But
not yet.
Just
not yet.
Back today, I was in Hollywood in a production meeting because I'm going to have my life story made into a feature film.
Oh, that's
nice.
I was in a discussion with the producers, and the meeting went a lot longer than I expected. So we're probably getting really close to getting this film underway. We're in pre-production now. We have a script. We're talking to actors, and so that's my next move in my career. Hopefully, to get my feature film done.
I can't wait to see it. a nice biopic of your life and career, and it's going to be a good one. That's for sure. That's for sure. Do you find it harder preparing for an acting gig or boxing? Which do you find harder?
Well, no, it's a lot
Oh
easier
yeah,
to
that
get
noise.
prepared for an acting gig. You know, the work that goes into in preparation for a fight. You know, even a 4 round fight. You know, 6 round fight, 10 round fight. You know, if you're focused on and discipline on your conditioning and the work that you have to put in, nothing is just not. I mean, I don't know that any sport that demands as much as boxing. And, you know, when I won the title, and then you know, I was fighting 15 round fights. Uh, at first, you know, I mean, at first I thought, how in the hell am I going to make 15 rounds? I mean, I was a 10 round fight was difficult enough, but 15, I just thought it was who does that? And then, you know, I got into the training and realized, you know, what I had to do to be able to go 15 rounds and be strong all 15 rounds. Never show any kind of fatigue in 15 rounds, and it was just a tremendous amount of work. So just running 6 miles every day, 6 days a week, running 6 minute miles, running sprints twice a week, going to the track and running sprints like a sprinter. And then you know, my first title fight, my title fight against John Stracy, I sparred 150 rounds in a 6 week camp.
Holy
And
crow!
that basically became my norm. Every time I defended the title, I would spar over 100 rounds in preparation. Because then I knew that nobody else was doing that, and I didn't have to worry about somebody else being in a condition than I was. And so, I mean, if you see my fight against Armando Muniz, my first title defense, that went 15 rounds. I stopped him with 10 seconds to go in the 15th. And if you see that fight, I'm throwing punches in the 15th round as hard and as fast as I was in the first few rounds. So
You fought Armando Muniz a couple times, correct?
what was that?
You fought Muniz a couple times, did you not, in your career?
Armando Muniz, yeah. The the first fight though was you know, was fight of the year in 1977. It was just an absolute war. The second fight was a lot easier because then I had a couple more title fights under my belt, and I was a lot more confident. And I just boxed the whole fight, and it was to win an easy decision.
Quick question: what adjustments did you make in your training camp between to prepare for the rematch? Well, like, what did you do different in training camp to prepare for the rematch?
Well, you know, I we trained for the first one to box, you know, because Armando Muniz was a guy that was in chest every second of every round. That was style. And so we trained to box. But at the weigh-in, he was talking a lot of crap. He was going to knock me out, and I don't know how in the hell I became champion, you know. And so I said, okay, I'm going to beat this guy in his own game, you know. And I trained around him. I lost, and they were telling me, "What are you doing? This is not what you didn't prepare for it. I'm going to kick his ass right now. I'm going to kick his ass the end round." Finally, by the 8th round, they consigned box, and I did. And then I just made a huge comeback. So the second fight, I already knew, okay, I just got a box, and I prepared the same way I did for the first fight, but I did it in the fight. Just boxed him. I stayed outside.
Stick to the game plans. He stuck to the game plan.
Used my jab and you know, caught him from the outside coming in.
Mm-hmm. Stuck to the game plan.
That
You fought a lot of 15 round fights from what, like 77 to 79. Almost every fight was 15 rounds, right?
I'm not. I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Oh, sorry. I'm saying from what was, I think it was 1977 to 1979. All your fights were 15 round fights, weren't they?
Yeah, yeah. I defended the title 9 times. We're all 15 round fights.
Oh wow,
Wow.
And,
that's
yeah,
that's. I guess
they had that was the era of
after
the
fighting,
15 round championship. It was right after I guess somewhere in the mid '80s where they had a couple of deaths in the ring, and so they cut the title fights to 12.
oh, we lost him again.
Speaking of cutting,
Yeah, I think it's his phone that's got the feedback. It's unfortunate. I was gonna say to him, like, he for 2 years he fought 15 rounds, right? Nine times in a row. How
9 times in a row, 15-round fights. So did they all go the distance?
oh well, not all of them. A couple of rounds here, a lot of them, a few of them went the distance. But
Oh, the champ
must,
is back.
champ, it
All right,
must have
sorry,
been
guys.
it must have been easy to go back to like smaller round fights after 2 years of 15 rounders.
What are the welterweights fight now? 12?
Yeah,
Yes.
everybody fights 12, really.
Did you really feel a big difference going from 15 to down to 12 rounds? Like, how was that transition? Did you feel you could just throw more punches and be busier?
I never fought a 12 round fight. All my fights were 15
Oh,
rounds.
all 15. Wow.
But I would be a lot easier.
Yeah, tens and 15s. That's all he ever fought.
Sorry,
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm having a real hard time here. I'm losing you, and I'm
What, champ? Out of your 31 victories, which is your most memorable?
Oh, I think he froze on us.
Oh, I was gonna ask him. Yeah. So, Usyk, Joshua.
He fought Roberto Duran.
Hey,
Yes, yes.
yeah, he did.
And Wilfred Benitez too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not many people can say that.
No,
Oh,
no.
is it just me or guys and fans watching around the world? Have you guys noticed that a lot of these face to face stare downs now are turning into like slugfest? You notice that?
Slugfest.
They have like just recently what Canelo and Plant went at it. You
Can
know,
some can someone tell me why they have these stare downs? Like, what is the point of them?
pictures.
It's just for the picture, just for the for the advertising, for people to see, like, these two guys are about to face off. It's just that.
You know what? Honestly, I do enjoy the face off, but I like the way that Tyrone Woodley and Jake Paul were sitting down at like a at a table. They should have had like brandy and cigars and been talking. That was a good face off, because they had time to think about what they wanted to say.
I hear Woodley is going to get that tattoo now.
I think did he get it?
Did he get it?
I thought he got it.
Might be
That's
worth the
hilarious.
payday.
Champ, can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, I wanted to know out of all your victories, out of all your 31 victories, which is your most memorable?
Sorry, man.
Those are very impacted.
Well, I'm on my phone. I don't have a computer here in the house.
What? So, which is your most memorable fight out of all your victories? Try again. I don't know. So, guys, can't have no dead air. Gotta talk. Gotta talk. So, there's fights on tonight, guys. If
There
you
is.
have USA Showtime, Fight Pass, uh, Argentina Channel 9 or Channel 9, there's stuff everywhere.
What time?
You know what? Probably now. Probably around this time.
Okay.
We got Argentina TYC Sports Media. We've got Poland. Poland, if you can get one of those channels or find a streaming, you get
On the same channel that we watched the fights on there, right, Mike?
Yeah, it's there. We're not giving the secret away though.
Yeah.
USA Estrella TV. It's got some stuff on tonight. We also have Poland TVP Sport. You can sometimes find that on, I believe it's like the equivalent of a Polish Instagram. I could have swore the logo looked the exact same. I'm not saying that it is, but I'm saying that the logo was just a different color, but it did look the same. So we'll just also we have fights. Oh, we have fights all over. Connecticut Convention Center, Hartford. We got UFC or USA UFC Fight Pass showing that fight. And there's a bunch of fights today, man. I'm so upset that they're not everybody can see them, man, because they're going to be really good. Central Park Community Center, we got USA Showtime. It's another card that we can watch. And then your Argentina Channel 9 TYC Sports tomorrow as well. So guys, find the streams, watch these fights, man. This is where we find all these knockouts for our Sunday show. Which Cedric, welcome. You're going to be welcomed back.
Yes.
Knockout of the week.
Yes.
I can't wait till we can have our wonderful discussion about how people go to sleep in the ring.
How people go to sleep. An educated discussion on how people.
An educated discussion on how that mouth guard is still in the air, flying somewhere from last week.
That was a great clip.
Oh, that was brilliant. When that mouth guard goes flying like that, every muscle in that guy's body just let go, even his butt. I bet he pooped a little.
Just straight horizontal projection into the crowd.
Yeah. I swear, that thing probably didn't touch down for like 10 minutes. It was great. Okay, awesome. Champ, can you hear us? How's the connection? No? Do you have the audio, Champ? Can you hear us? Oh, it's very upsetting.
We can see him.
I know. It sucks, man, because we got a legend here on the screen and we can't hear him.
Trying to get you on, Champ.
He's had a pretty extensive acting career as well, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got 38 credits under his acting belt. So that's great. That's awesome.
Wonder what his favorite. He can't hear us. I have a few cool questions to ask him. What his favorite punch was. What his favorite thing was to work on during training. Hopefully he's back. Hopefully he comes back.
You know what my favorite punch is? The one that knocks them the hell out.
I think you're going to say the tropical punch that you get at the
fruit punch.
Yeah. Heavy bag. What's her name?
Hey, sidebar question. Have you guys heard of the UBO?
Oh my God.
No, what is that?
Universal Boxing Organization?
No.
So they contacted me with respect to live streaming events.
Nice.
And I responded accordingly. And then we found out that in actual fact, the broadcast rights to these events, even though they're taking place in faraway, I'm not talking UK or USA, faraway places. And they said, in fact, they assign all the broadcast rights to the promoter. So it's actually the promoters who own the live streaming rights / broadcast rights.
That means because strong arm.
Mike and I were talking about this last week that we can do it just as we're broadcasting our own little talk show here. We can also broadcast fights.
I do remember somebody suggesting that we have a all women fight card weekly.
Yeah.
Would we? This might be too. I don't know if this is too much, but would we be able to like commentate over the fights as we're like watching streaming the fights? Or
yes.
Really, that would be awesome.
Yeah, Cedric, everybody wants to hear you anyway. Come on, they're gonna hear us. That's it. That's how it goes.
We're gonna test it out in a local gym.
Mhm.
and basically set up almost, you know how it used to be surround sound? We're going to
I'm
do
here.
surround video. Are you there, Carlos?
Really hard to hear you.
You
All
can
right,
hear
go
us.
ahead. Go ahead, Cedric. Ask him your questions.
Champ, you can hear us, right? I was just wondering, just during training, during your fight career, what was your favorite punch to throw? Like, what punch did like, if you knew you landed this specific punch that it was definitely going to do damage, and how did you work on that during training? Oh,
You know what? I'm putting in a request for a new chair. Who do I talk to at Talk and Fight about this? Who do I talk to about a new chair?
I want to know who's eating. I want to know who's eating the bag of chips.
Yeah, and not giving us any. Like, what the hell is this shit? But you can't have just one bag. Oh yeah, so lots of fights on tonight, guys. So get ready. And then the big Joshua Usyk.
We got our next guest coming on soon too.
The Iceman, John Scully. I resent him the link. I mean, he's online. That was 23 minutes ago. He said he'd be joining us, but he also said he had a prior engagement this evening that starts at 8:00, so he could only pop in and pop out to say hello.
Knock somebody out. I'll be right back.
But he wanted to join us on another show. So I said,
Nice.
okay, don't worry about it. If you have time, join us tonight. If you don't, come back another night.
I just touched base with our friend again, Chris Boyle, out of Xbox.
Yeah.
We are setting up a sit-down interview table with his 3 stable women of after their last fight. We're gonna have Nicola, Holly, and Elle with Chris on the show together, and we are going to analyze and break down their last fights where they were crowned.
Nice. What is this? What date is this scheduled for?
We're gonna work something out for maybe not next week, but the week after, just to make sure that all the women can, coordinate their schedules and that we can have everybody together in one shot. I think it's gonna be great. So, guys, stay tuned. Look for that. That should be good. Maybe we'll do it on the Friday night panel because it is going to be a ton of them, and it'll be a long one, guys, because Chris can talk, and he's got a lot to say. Fans out there, if you don't know, that's Biba.
In related news, Mike, Holly Tal actually got her belt today.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. Very, very.
Hey, Carlos, she's back.
Champ is back.
Hey,
can you hear us? Can you hear us, Champ?
Sorry. You guys have been in a hard time.
Is anybody else hearing the
grainy and I don't know.
It's okay. We're trying.
My laptop with me, so
we can kind of hear you now, Champ. We can kind of hear you now. What was your favorite win out of all your wins in your career? Your favorite fight, the one that just sticks in your memory, and like you were like, yeah, that was the best one. Okay, I gotta stop asking that question because that question makes it makes the fucking camera freeze. I'm sorry for my language. But that is number what? 5? That's 5 times I've tried, or 4?
I do this again when I have my laptop.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
I'll reach out to you guys through Eddie.
Okay.
Okay, Champ.
Okay, right. Champ. You have a great night.
He was one who
Yes. It was great to meet you, Champ, and we hope you can come back next week. I tried to reach out to Tim Witherspoon, didn't get an answer. I wished him all the best and a healthy recovery.
Yeah.
So, hopefully we can get him back on the panel soon.
Yeah.
We definitely love his entertaining
stories.
stories of boxing from the late 70s and early 80s,
Yeah.
and the craziness that actually went on in boxing then. There, you know what? There's the guy to ask right there. Why didn't I think about asking Tim about tomato cans and journeyman? That's who we should have talked to. He would probably have a good. He would probably have a good
Yeah, we will.
perspective
Let's
on it.
let's put that on the list.
Yeah, we're on the show. We on the show.
Random guess to think of. Random guess to think of. Someone Darnell Boom, who I guess I don't know. I'm sure if he'd be considered a journeyman, but I'm not sure. I don't think he was ever like ranked top 5 or anything like that. But he was always a tough out for anybody. He actually dropped Andre Ward early in his career.
Wow.
When he had like it might have been single digit amount of fights. So yeah, some of those so-called journeymen are they're still tough, and they stick around for a reason. Like we talked about, I wasn't on the series, but I watched the whole worst records in boxing series. That was classic. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you liked it, eh?
I do. I love that. I loved it.
And honestly, that was just a small list. We could have done that for 2 weeks.
But
Easily. We could have done that for 2 weeks, but come on. How much do you
Well,
want to hear about this?
we have 29 minutes to go on this show, so
Hey, we can talk about it all you want. Yeah, okay. Let's go
come
down the list.
on, Cedric.
the toughness it takes to not just the physical toughness, but the mental toughness it takes to continue to get in there, loss after loss after loss, and then win, and then loss after loss after loss after loss, and then loss,
Listen,
and then one win.
some of these guys go years without a win. Like years. Listen, when you're 12, when your record is 12,279, like, are you kidding? There's a guy right now that's active. I saw him a couple of weeks ago on one of the smaller cards. I believe it was Boston Boxing Promotions or Buckhead Fight Club or something like that. And I'm pretty sure I sent you guys a shot and I said, "Where's Waldo? Like, where's the worst record in the world?" This guy still competes, and I think he had 171 losses last time I checked. Like,
but you asked the question in one of the shows. You said, like, I'm just wondering. First of all, it'd be cool to interview one of these guys, and in a serious way, just to ask them, like, what exactly is the motivation?
Money.
Because at this point in time, you can't be seriously thinking about like a world or getting a shot at a world title.
Right.
And
Listen,
all it takes is one shot, though.
And even just as a coach, it's kind of hard to gain.
Yo, how do you take your fighter serious?
Seriously,
Like,
how
as
do
a
you get
coach,
people to go with you when
like,
you?
Hey, coach, I got a fight coming up. Yeah, sure, bud.
Get there, champ. You do, champ.
Here, you should get in there. You should get in there and skip rope and go run the block twice. You should be good.
You know, it's kind of funny, and what Cedric was saying earlier about the mental fortitude it would take to jump into that ring, because you have so many now Olympic athletes coming out after these current Olympics have just finished, coming out and saying how much stress they were under, how much therapy they're going through right now because they had so much to deal with.
Yeah.
So I'm saying to myself throughout this entire week-long series, like, how much, like, it must have taken a lot to go into that ring night after night, week after week, month after month to get beaten.
Yeah. It just it has to be a combination of. I guess you have to love it. I mean, you have to love it. The paychecks must be somewhat good, if you're. I don't know. I don't know. There has to be something that they're holding on to.
Honestly, no.
The female that you featured on Friday, she has 0 losses. I mean, 0 wins.
0 wins.
You're like,
did you not hear
22
the
and 0? No, the other way around. 0 and 22.
That's right.
Oh, Last Bell Boxing, how you doing? How's it going? Long time no see.
Yes,
Thanks for joining us.
The
The honorable mention was Eric Crumble on Thursday. 0 wins, 32, 31 losses, all by way of knockout.
What?
20 of these are in the first round, and the next 11 are in the second. He's never been past the second round.
Was Crumble his nickname?
No, that was Eric Crumble. Like 21 first round KOs.
You play this guy. If you don't knock him out, you lost.
I wonder if the matchmakers actually, try to dig out these guys and say, hey, I know who we're going to set you up against.
I think he became a banker or some shit. Well, he's been listed as like the worst boxer in history.
His nickname is the confidence booster. This guy's booster confidence.
The open door. You just step in there, blow on him, he falls over. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, how? Okay, you don't win for that long of time. Like, really, you don't win, and you're gonna still try to take that shit serious. Like, how do you take this serious? How does your coach look at you? How does your coach?
I got this. I got it this time.
How does your coach look at you and follow you out to the ring?
Because he's being paid.
Just walk into the ring like this. Like,
I know he's like this. but man, there's a ton of guys, man, that have these huge losses. And honestly, man, without journeyman, we wouldn't test the prospects to their full ability. You know what I mean?
Oh, time out. We can't just skip over that. All first and second round knockouts. Like he can literally do advertisements for, like, the furniture stores, like the mattresses. Like, here's someone who can show you how to go to sleep.
I was telling during Thursday's show, I had mentioned, I was like, listen, he probably brings a pillow and a blanket with him to the ring. Like his cornermen are carrying buckets and water, or Vaseline and shit. They're bringing the pillow and the blanket and a cot. They're like, yeah, just roll them out right here, guys.
This won't be a long one, but
yeah, this won't be long. Don't blink. Super middleweight. He debuted in June of 1990. And then he participated in 32 fights, lost every one with exception of a no contest in 94.
So, what would be interesting, if I can stop laughing, is to have a look at their amateur careers. Like, were they really good as amateurs?
You can't even find that shit.
Like, goodness. The announcer's like, scheduled for 4 rounds, but hey.
Yes.
Well, Cedric, did you see the clip that Mike and I watched? I can't remember who it was. What's that guy's name? And the guy has 3 different aliases.
Yes.
Each of his records is so.
No, was it Reggie Strickland?
Reggie Strickland. So
they can't actually tell. They can't tell how many. What is record?
Reggie Strickland, wasn't it? Was it Reggie Strickland?
Yeah.
Man.
Go back to that episode. I put the clip on the actual chat, so anyone who's watching it can actually click and hear the announcers giggling themselves because they can't even figure out how many. What's his real record here? Is it 3 and 300? Oh.
You know what? The paycheck does help, but during my wonderful adventures to find out this wonderful event
information.
Yeah, this wonderful information. While we were setting this all up.
Oh my gosh! Of course, check. I know that has to be Carl making that comment.
Yeah. You know what, Carl? I believe there is a journeyman that I did watch a documentary on. I believe it's Kevin McCauley or McCauley. I believe if Carl can back me up on this one, because he's British and so is this guy. He's another one that he's got a great story. You got to check him out. He's got a great record too of 15, 186 and 12. And he just said that at one point he realized that he was stuck on the B side of boxing, and he's like, it's a paycheck. It's kind of what I got into. He's like, you notice when you're a B-side boxer because, all of a sudden your promoters change frequently. Your coaching changes frequently. People don't take you serious.
Nobody takes you serious.
Hey, mom, will you be my quarterman tonight? I'd run out of court.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Oh, I needed this laugh. Like I am seriously in tears. Oh, I needed that.
I haven't laughed this hard since I saw Woody Harrelson get beat up by that girl.
or the boob shot
Oh yeah.
from Kingpin.
Oh, okay, all right. Sorry about that. Sorry, we got carried away there.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, back to serious boxing.
Serious boxing. October 9th.
Oh wait, Kevin McCauley is now at 15, 213 and 12.
15.
Is he from Nottingham?
No, he resides in Stourbridge, West Midlands, United Kingdom. Born in Brighton, Sussex.
Brighton.
He's fought 1,096 rounds.
Wow.
And he fought August 18th against Ryan Wheeler at the Mecca Regent Circus, Swindon.
Yeah, emphasis on the word circus.
So this guy he's still competing, man. But he's got a long way to go to reach 279. So, he's still got a long way to go. But yeah, man.
They only breed champions.
We got Simi Black, 33, 167 and 4. Donnie Pendleton, 13, 166 and 6. Man. And without these guys, some of these guys get these paychecks. Oh, no, I like that. No, he's the only three champions. Honestly, yeah, man, these records. And you know what? Without these guys, really, we're not testing prospects because, even though these guys got over 270 losses, they're not knocked out. You've only been knocked out a handful of times, right? Like, it'd be bad if you, 279 and you got 278 by way of knockout. I'm pretty sure your doctor wouldn't let you get back in the ring ever.
How do they keep getting cleared to fight after the 79th loss?
You know why? Because they pick up the phone. They're like, "Hey, can you make it? You got to be here in 2 hours." Yeah, I'll be there.
It's like a one win every 15 fight. 1 win, 15 fights.
But my favorite though is Eric Crumble, 0 for 31.
Oh man,
Never been past the second round. His career spanned like 13 years too.
Is he still alive? He's still alive?
Yeah, man, 54 years old. I believe he's a what does he do now?
Account executive at.
Yeah,
Can he still talk?
He's probably the account executive at National Sports.
I think let's journeyman over to Canada for your prospects. Oh, yes. We do have a few prospects. Yes, they'll be coming up in a few years. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry. They're coming up. They're coming up.
Who's our one prospect?
Right now, well, I have to stay silent on that. But the prospects I was thinking about are still in the amateurs right now. They're coming up. They're coming up.
Hey, you know what? That's a good idea. Let's get some journeymen over to Canada for our prospects. That'd be great. You know why? Because, there'd actually be fighting happening here then.
Yeah. Do we have any fight cards going on in Canada yet?
No, but as another sidebar, the last fight that Iceman John Scully fought was a victory, and it was at the Hershey Center in Mississauga.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was the last fight.
Raptors.
Yeah, he was going to come on to the show and talk about, and very recently he was training guys out of Montreal. So he has a very close relationship with Canada.
Oh,
nice. I was really looking forward to that interview tonight. But as he said by email just very recently, he'll be back on either next week or the week after.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
But he has a close connection to Canada and training our prospects.
Nice.
Well, that's great.
Sorry, I interrupted. Someone was saying something about.
It's okay. We were all still laughing about the horrible records of boxing. 0 for 32, never been past the second round. I'm sorry. Honestly, I don't think I'd walk out to the ring with that guy. Don't worry. I'm gonna phone in the corner.
What made you stop at 31?
Honestly.
After the 31st K, what I'm curious to know what made him stop at that. If that was
probably the doctor because he's got brain damage.
Well, yeah, that's. I'm assuming. I love to hear if he can still speak properly.
He went to sleep 31 times without wanting to. You know what I mean? He went to bed 31 times without wanting to.
Without wanting to, I've never heard it put like that. Without wanting to.
His button got switched off. It's like you go and switch the light switch. That's exactly what happened.
Oh boy.
Knock knock. Who's there?
Nobody.
You know what? I'm gonna bring up his box record and find out how his longest fight.
Longest, yeah.
Yeah, let's see what his longest fight is. Right? That'd be hilarious.
You have it up right now?
Yeah, it's very easy to bring up. Just go worst boxer in the world.
And what kind of pep talk are you giving yourself? Yeah, we got to talk to these guys.
Yo, don't pass out tonight in the ring. Yo, man, keep your chin tucked and your eyes open.
Yeah, definitely have to give respect for climbing into the ring. Just the bravery of just getting into those ropes alone, especially when you know there's a high chance that you're not going to win. The fact that you still have the heart to get in there again, definitely have to give up respect for that. You know, because still, even with a record like that, just think about it, most people won't even get in there to begin with.
He lost to Donnie. He lost to Donnie Pendleton.
Donnie Pendleton,
who was 96-2 at the time, at a minute 14.
Wow. See, the other issue I raised, Cedric, was think of the fans. The fans go in there; they're paying X amount of dollars or quid to go watch a fight, and yeah, within 30 seconds, your boy's knocked out.
Can you imagine if a whole fight card was that? You'd be in and out in an hour.
10 fights. All in one.
You know what? They definitely have balls, man, and they give it to them. And you know what? It's unfortunate that not every boxer out there becomes that superstar or that champion, right? It just goes to show you that there is another side of boxing, and it's not fame and fortune, man. It's grinding day in and day out, week after week, getting in there, fighting for maybe $500 to $750 a week, maybe 1,000, or depending. They're not getting big money. And then you know what? They got to. These guys are going in with no corner people. Why? Because they can't peel off money for a trainer. They can't peel off money for a cut man because then they'd have nothing.
When we were writing our business plan for this whole venture, one of the interesting statistics that came up was how many, as a percentage of all the professional boxers in the world, how many actually make it what we call a living wage, and there was less than 2%.
Wow.
Less than 2% of all professional boxers in the world actually make a living wage.
Wow.
Really? Wow.
Interesting.
That's wow. That's
something to think about. Something to think about, definitely.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and you think about, just to put that in perspective, we were comparing it to like American young athletes who want to become one day an NFL star, play in the NFL. And out of the something like 30,000 who graduate from a university every year, roughly speaking, 100 get drafted. I think 300 get drafted in total, but only 100 actually get invited to camp.
And out of that 100, how many go down to the farm team?
No, exactly. So, I mean, the numbers are staggering when it comes to professional sports in terms of who wants to be it. So, again, hats off to these journeymen for staying in the game, and because it must take a lot. I mean, we've talked about it on so many levels, like the mental strength to go in night after night to face the fans, because I guarantee the fans are not going to be cheering; they're going to be booing.
Yeah.
No, but you know what? I do say this though. Even though they got these crazy losing records, it's not like they're getting knocked out every time. Some of these guys very low knockouts, which means they're bringing these guys a distance. And that's what you're trying to do for these prospects, right? So they are doing their job. They are pushing the prospect by showing him pressure, holding, the grinding. They're doing what boxers do who are seasoned, and we know they're not going to win. So it's just like it's to give them the boost of confidence they need. But they call these guys because they get stuck. Last minute fights. You don't want to ruin a whole card. You call up Mister Reliable. Hey man, can you be here in 6 hours? Yeah, I'll pay $1,000. Cool. You get on a train, you go, you jump in the ring, you lose and go home. It's a shitty life, yeah. But without them, how would we test our prospects?
Okay, who's going to read that comment from Carl?
We have 100% success rate with British boxers. If they don't make the grade in the UK, we send them to Canada.
Okay, now Mike,
Yeah.
out of those top boxers with the best losing records, how many were British?
50%. I believe number one is British.
Yeah. So Carl, I gotta say,
Carl, the worst record belongs to the Brits, bud. I believe that's 12, 279, and 4. Took it over from Mr. Reggie Strickland.
Huh.
Yeah, he took the number one spot off of Reggie Strickland. So yeah, that's Kristen Late, 12, 279, and 9. Pretty good.
Wow.
So there's an awful lot of boxers in the UK, and there's a fair amount of champions over there. There's also a fair amount with losing records.
You know what? There's a fair amount that are doing the young generation of this sport justice by getting in that ring week after week and getting their ass kicked. That's what they're there for. That's what they're doing. They're helping getting these guys seasoned. They're helping them get them ready. They're showing them the experience. These guys are fighting guys that have 1, 2, 3, 4 fights. Get off that amateur shit. Start thinking like a pro. These guys are going to grind you. They're going to hold you every single time. That frustrates the hell out of people, man. It can really throw somebody off their game. And these young fighters, once they get thrown off their game, it's hard to recover sometimes because you don't have the experience. That's what these journeymen are doing. They're providing these guys with the experience they need so we can test them to see if they're really and truly that prospect that we think they're going to be.
So after Deontay Wilder beats Tyson Fury, I guess the British heavyweights will have to begin reclimbing, if you will, that ladder, eh?
You know what? I hope it's a double knockout in the first round. They both throw each other nasty shots and they both go down and don't wake up. That'd be amazing. Amazing.
I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing Anthony Joshua win. I am, but I'm not. I don't like Tyson Fury. I just don't like him. So
he's already beat. He's not beat mentally. He's already checking out of the game. He's already said,
right.
I've got only a couple fights left in me. When a boxer says that, it's time, man. They're pulling back. He wants to sit back, drink his booze, bang his hookers and all that kind of shit. That's what it is. We're talking about Tyson Fury and him already kind of mentally bowing out and saying, hey, I've only got 2, 3 fights left in me. Let's get them done, get them underway. You know why? What is he? 30-something years old. He wants to party. He wants that money, man. He wants to sit, drink, bang chicks, and be the Gypsy King, man. And you know what? I don't blame him.
You know who I like? I like that Nigerian kid. What's his name?
F.A. Yeah. Ajagba.
Is he 50-0 right now?
That guy has got one of his clips is runner up for knockout of the year.
Oh, really?
We profiled him. Go back, guys, to the Sunday Knockout show. It's one of the first few. Go check it out. The clip is actually in the show. You can see it. But he kisses his knee. Remember? He spins him.
Okay.
Nasty. Now you could hear that shot from outside before you got in the fucking arena.
Yes.
Yeah, man. That was nasty. That was a corkscrew and a half, and the guy kissed his knee before he even hit the mat. Like, ridiculous. But watch this kid, man. F.A. Jagba. Those Nigerians, they're coming out, man. They got some vicious hands.
And there's some now, despite what Carl says, there are some great young fighters coming out of America as well.
Yeah,
in the heavyweight division, I'm talking.
You got Jared Big Baby Anderson.
He's on the undercard on October 9th.
Yep. Honestly, I like watching this kid fight, man. He comes through to chef up you a knockout every time.
I believe he's undefeated too, right?
Yes, he is. Man. He looks really good.
Like 21 years old or something.
Yeah, he's young. He's a young boy. and he's got the ability to put people to sleep, and he's not a sluggish heavy. You know what I mean? He's not a
Right.
sluggish heavyweight. He's got that. He moves like a cruiser. He moves, fast. He's quick. He can stick and move real well, and man, he's got thunder and lightning for hands. He's just putting people to sleep.
And I'm sure if Carl was still awake after having all those drinks he's had tonight, he'd probably mention guys like Joe Joyce. But realistically, those guys are moving on in age. It's too bad because the division's been clogged up for a while now. These guys aren't getting any younger, but the Americans and the Nigerians are stepping up to the plate.
Yeah. Well, what is it? Jared's last fight was against Jeremiah Carpensi. That was only 34 seconds of the second round. He's fighting Vladimir Tereshkin.
Yeah.
This should be a bit of a test for him. Vladimir has 22 or 23 fights under his belt. He's 22-0-1. So this is going to be a test for the big baby.
What's that Frenchman too? Tony Yoka?
Oh, Tony Yoka, yes. There's another guy that's
he might be on that undercard as well, actually.
That's another guy that I've enjoyed watching over time. Frenchman coming in there, knocking people around. And he's 29, man. He's almost 30. He's 11-0 with 9 KOs. He's pretty vicious, man. Guys, I tell you, go Google this guy. Go watch him on YouTube. He's got some ability, man, to put people to sleep. And you know what? It's fun to watch. He's never fought off French soil though, so we'll have to see what happens.
So I think the point of this was, the heavyweight division, if you ask me, is going to turn around in 2022, and we're going to see some great fights.
Yeah, we are, and you know what? Like I was talking with Tokyo in last Friday on the panel, we were discussing that like the heavyweight division was the cream of the crop when it came to boxing, and now it belongs to the 140 to 168. Like that's the cream of the crop. Those are the fun, exciting fights to watch. That's where you get these guys getting in there now, and between the two of them, they're throwing 1,000 punches in a fight, like
right.
Crazy stuff, right?
Yeah,
the heavyweight division is lackluster. It's not what it used to be. Lennox Lewis is the last undisputed heavyweight champion, man. 2003. We've never had an undisputed champion. 2000 in the
Canadian. You mean Canadian Lennox Lewis?
No. Lennox Lewis is British, but he has an adopted home country of Canada. Thanks for winning us the medals. But yes, you know what? Lennox Lewis, yes, our last true undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. We haven't had one since him. We haven't had one since the 4-belt era. It's time for this shit to happen. It's time for the heavyweight division to take boxing back and make it exciting again. Make it exciting again.
A bit of trivia here. Who did Lennox Lewis beat to win the gold medal for Canada at the Olympics? Who got the silver in that fight? Do you remember?
No, it was 7.
Riddick Bowe.
Nah, I thought it was Usyk.
Well, somebody check it out.
Wait, that beat Lennox Lewis?
No, that lost to Lennox Lewis in the '88 Olympics. Who got?
You
the
thought
silver?
it was? I thought it was Riddick Bowe. I thought it was Riddick Bowe.
Who you got there, Mike?
I'm bringing it up.
It's our trivia question of the night.
Here it is. Riddick Bowe.
Riddick Bowe.
Yeah, it was Riddick Bowe.
Cedric wins our trivia contest.
Hey, you know what he wins? A nice hot steamy bowl of shut the up. No, you know what he wins? He wins a chance to get my DAZN password. Did you get that, by the way? I sent it over for you. So you
yes. Let me double check.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely, man.
All right, we're up on that hour.
Yeah, we're there. It's time. It's time. It's time to go watch some fights.
It's,
Fight fans watching around the world. Thanks for tuning in to the Friday Night Panel. You know what it is. We going crazy with this shit, so you don't have to.
Mhm.
We gotta go watch fights, man. We gotta go to work. Work. So that you can watch me and Cedric on Sunday pick the winners. Pick the winners.
Exactly.
If they're
Yeah,
knocked out.
Oh, there's knockouts. Trust me. People are damn going to sleep for sure.
Well, like I said, my money's on Joshua knocking out Usyk tomorrow night
Honestly, I'm
before the
excited
sixth
for
before the
Okoli
sixth round.
fight. I think the Okoli fight's going to be really good.
I'm looking forward to that too. Yes.
Hopefully, he fights better than his rap song.
What?
Yo, he's a rapper. You didn't know that?
On that note,
On that note, fight fans around the world, thanks for tuning in to the Friday Night Panel. It's been a slice. We'll see you same time, same channel next week. Don't forget, talkinfight.com. Go and subscribe.
thanks guys. We'll
Hit
see you
that
next
like
week.
button.
Yeah.